gang? I'm JP and welcome back to Talking the Orville live stream super chat pre-show explosion, something like that, on Egotastic Fun Time. Today we are going to have a great time talking about not only the brand new episode of the Orville streaming tonight, not streaming, well some of you might be streaming, but airing tonight on Fox, called Into the Fold. I haven't even seen the trailer for it, but I got it queued up. We're gonna watch it here, and you can, you know, it'll be like a reaction video, I guess. I don't know. And we're also going to talk about a lot about the fact that the Orville season 2 is coming. It's been renewed. The show has been renewed. Our dreams have come true. We pulled together and we watched the hell out of the Orville every damn episode. Some of us twice, some of us thrice, and we got what we wanted. Season 2. But of course we have to finish season 1. We're only halfway, a little bit more than halfway through. We have 13 episodes all together to watch, and I guess the intro music has stopped playing, so let's play a different type of music, shall we? But let's get chatting. Let's get some hellos. We're having an amazing time. Well, I am getting this set up. Let's see what we got here. Now this is gonna be a little bit different setup from last week. I had we were on Twitch, and Twitch has this great thing where I can just click a button. It tells me everyone's in the room, and I can go down the list. Now I just have to rely on the chat. But the chat's on the screen there a little bit better than last time. Maybe somebody can read it. Awesome Sauce, what's up? Waff Ho, Big Gator 5, Def Greedy, Dichotomy, Peter Productions. I think I said Def Greedy, but if I didn't, Def Greedy. Egotastic Fun Times here. Nick Mason, Fractured Vision, Turrican Rex. I might do some doubles here because I'm going down the line. Nick Mason, Nikaido. Yay, season 2, says Nikaido. Tenma Sayatome. I hear a commercial in the background, but don't worry, it'll turn the music soon. Microsound, Ion Trone. Web Duelist. Andrew Holland, what's up? Hello, McFly. Double A1097. Nick Propavoc. Scotty Richard Studio, what's going on? RC, yay season 2, RC says. Plasma Thunder DX, Wave, and Dahar Master, season 2, hip hop hooray, hip hop, oh, hip hop, you know, hip hop. I'm all about the streets. That's why I step up to the streets, 3D. So, what's going on, you guys? What's going on with this background music? Let me fix this really quick, shall I? Guess we're getting more commercial than music. There we go. That's a little bit better. So, yeah, Peter says, more Alara. Yay! Well, I have some big news that has to do with Alara. I'm not going to reveal it tonight. I'm going to do an episode tomorrow, actually. I have it all written, ready to record. I just have to... I can't do it now because we're having our fun. But there's some awesome news coming up. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, and I'm super excited about it. But that's for down the line. Tonight we have Into the Fold, which I believe is a Dr. Finn episode. I have the IMD Bizzles, right? Hizzles. That's my street cred language that I like to use. So we got Into the Fold. The crew set out to save Dr. Finn, her 2 sons, and Isaac. Oh, that sounds like fun. After their shuttle gets thrown into uncharted space. That sounds kind of amazing to me, especially when they said the name Isaac. Oh, we all want more Isaac, am I right? That's right, Andrew Holland says, a mission to save the doctor tonight. Tinma says, let's open this jar of pickles. Absolutely. Now, last week I was on Twitch, which was my introduction to Twitch, and actually my introduction to this program, Open Broadcasting Studio, something like that, which is great. It allows us to have a lot more content going on, and actually I wouldn't mind trying to, anyway, I'm scatterbrained, you guys. Anyway, I was on Twitch last week because of the strike, so another strike. You get a strike every 2 weeks, and then they remove it, and then they give me another strike. And every time they do that, streaming rights are, or privileges, should I say, are taken away. And when that happens, I'll be streaming on Twitch. So no matter what happens, we're always going to be streaming on Thursdays, whether it's here or there. We'll see. We don't know. But I do plan on streaming on Twitch a couple times a week with other things, chatting about the Orville, streaming, doing Let's Plays while chatting about the Orville, or whatever else you want to chat about. One thing I want to do is I actually do design shirts, and I do design Orville shirts. I have 3 up on the Talking the Orville store on Amazon. But anyway, I want to stream actual designing a shirt where you guys come on, you chat with me, and we design a shirt together. Because I don't got all the best ideas, but you guys seem to have lots of great ideas. A lot of my inspiration for episodes come from you guys. Yes, Tenma, Sayatome, I'm just going to call you Tenma. YouTube is getting harder to use. It's very hard to use. Even today, when I put out that really quick guerrilla style, some of you are latching onto the word guerrilla-tastic fun time. I went and recorded that real quick, 3 minutes, and then I had the hardest time getting it uploaded. For some reason, YouTube wanted it to take 45 minutes or 40 minutes to upload a 3-minute video. So I could have had the news out there an hour earlier, but YouTube's not fun. Microsound Twitch name, well, it's Talking the Orville. Just go on Twitch, Talking the Orville is right there. We got some videos, a lot of the same videos that you see on here on the YouTube have been uploaded to Twitch as well. Sometimes we can do a marathon where I can put together a playlist and a bunch of videos can play and we can all chat. But God, why would you want to rewatch episodes of Talking the Orville? One's enough. Microsound found it. Captain Jesse once says, how about for season 2 of the Orville? Get Norm Macdonald in every episode. Yes, you should have, at some point we have to be introduced to Yaphet's people. We got to have some more Yaphet types going around. I think Norm Macdonald should play the voice of every single one of them. I think that'd be hilarious. Oh, I'm not big enough to have a Microsound. I'm not big enough on Twitch to have a subscribe button as of yet. I think there's a like button so you can, follow me and stuff like that. But the subscribe won't be happening until the audience gets bigger, and I probably need to do more stuff on there. Which October has been very busy for me. I've had a lot of chores, but now it's November, and as of today, actually, my schedule's freed up. So we're going to be doing Orville and just Egotastic Fun Time, hanging out time stuff all the time. Now I'm going to get home from work and work on the Orville. Go back to work, come back home, work on the Orville. It's going to be a good time. Real quick, before I get to talking to you guys, because I'm getting a little distracted about it, is the background music a little too loud? I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You guys tell me what you think. This is a socialist webcast. We're all controlling this. We're all working together to engineer this episode. What's up, Christian Harris from the UK? The Orville is the best show, and now you'll be able to watch reruns of it as they air for the first time in the UK starting December 14th, because I'm sure you'll all be caught up by then. One question I have about when the Orville starts airing in the UK, of course they're going to be behind by a couple months, but when season 2 begins, do you think they'll be airing, do you think season 2 will be airing about the same time? So that we can be together, because we live in a digital society now, an internet society. We're all living in the same time zone essentially when it comes to media and movies and stuff like that. It connects us. So hopefully both seasons, season 2 will be airing in the UK and in this part of the world all at the same time, but we'll see. I too want to hear Bortus sing. Damn it, you guys! When I started doing this, when I was testing this this broadcast out earlier, the background music was just playing background music. There was no ads. Now I'm hearing ads. There we go. We'll just listen to it again. Awesome sauce. Maybe it will come to Netflix. I have no doubt that the Orville will eventually end up on Netflix, at least a month or two before season 2 begins, because a lot of shows have had a ton of success by doing that with Netflix. They'll run their season, and then a couple months before their next season comes out, they'll put it on Netflix. People will get excited about it, and they'll all tune in for season 2. That's exactly what Breaking Bad did, and that's exactly how Breaking Bad became so badass as far as viewership goes. It was Netflix had a big part in that, accidentally, but that's what happened. Yeah, it would be nice, Christian Harris, if Fox in the UK would allow. Well, I guess they can't do it now. They can't let you watch the Orville online at this point, just because they plan on airing it and they want you to watch their live broadcast in the UK, so they can make that money, because nobody's flagging live television shows. YouTube likes to flag videos. Stupid YouTube. And then, of course, as you guys take off to go and watch the new episode tonight, feel free to bombard the chat with goodbyes or whatever, so that I can make sure that I see you, so I can say goodbye. Because more important than watching this is watching the Orville. Then you know. And if you feel bad about that after the Orville's done, you can, just watch one of my videos 50 times in a row. Just put it on repeat. Yes, Juniper Springs. Yes, let's all watch it together all over the cosmos. We'll just get in a big old pile, you guys, and watch the Orville. It's going to be great. Awesome Sauce says, didn't Nielsen publish? I don't know what Nielsen is. Nielsen. Oh, Nielsen. Didn't Nielsen publish the Netflix Stranger Things ratings, and the ratings were insane? I think Netflix is perfect for giving new life to shows. It really is. There's a lot of shows that slip under the radar and get canceled or whatever, and then they go on Netflix, because where else are they going to go? And people discover them, but then of course it's too late. But some shows gain a cult following, and they could sell some merch, which is always good. They people will show up at the Comic-Con table and say, hey, I love your show, and here's $50 for an autograph. But I don't know what Nielsen does with the ratings. I don't keep up with, because I know Netflix and Hulu and all them, they don't really release their ratings, because they really don't have to. They got their own thing going. But it would be nice if they did, especially with, I don't know if we'll ever get CBS to give us Star Trek Discovery numbers, but eventually they will. If things go really well, because as CBS tells me every single day in my Facebook feed, the reviews are in and they're out of this world. So if that's true and they're getting lots of views, I'm sure they'll release what views they're getting. What, James Forsyth? James says he left work early for my stream. Well, you know what? I started my stream early, so it all worked out. We get a little extra stream, and you get a little extra stream as well. Aww. Ion Trone, the CW's Riverdale got a big boost in season 2 thanks to Netflix. Yeah, Netflix is really, I don't review Netflix stuff really, because by the time I get around to watching Netflix, and the fact that Netflix puts everything out at once when they have a season of something, by the time I get around to, even if it's just a couple days later, get around to reviewing something and doing a video about it, it's too late. Nobody cares. Somebody else has already put out a great video 5 minutes after it popped up on Netflix, so everyone's watching that video, as they should. That person was on the ball. Peter Production says, Discovery ain't that bad. You know what? A lot of people like Discovery. I don't have a true opinion of it, because I haven't really, I see tons of hate for it. And then I also see just every once in a while someone says, no, Discovery's the best, which maybe it is. But I don't have a true opinion on it, because I haven't dived into it. I'm elbow deep in Orville, I'm elbow deep in donkey hugs. And but eventually I'm going to get there. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to give it a fair review. There's things that I hate about Discovery, but it has nothing to do with the quality of the show or the story, because I don't know much about it. All the stuff I hate about it is stuff that has nothing to do with it. It's the CBS side, it's the business side, it's the politics side of the things that anger me about Discovery. But I'm going to give the show a fair chance. Oh, I know eventually, Peter Productions, people will create an Orville game, but I'm pretty sure it'll probably just be, I'm sure it'll be a phone app game, you know, where you have to buy tokens and credits and stuff, because everything, you know, turns into a phone app. That's, you know, if they can make money off of it, it's going to be a phone app. And of course, Family Guy has a couple of phone apps, and that, you know, that's done by Seth MacFarlane. So and Fox. I'm sure it's more Fox than Seth, but we'll see. Rosman's Reality. Hey JP, I'm new to your channel. So awesome to see the Orville best new show in years. Classic Trek for the win. It really is. I mean, it's, you know, the Orville is doing what Gene Roddenberry, you know, initially, you know, wanted to do as far as a sci-fi show goes. Of course, it's got that 90s Trek feel because, you know, Seth is of the age where he'd be way into 90s Trek, and 90s Trek's awesome. It's my favorite Trek. But of course, you know, 90s Trek was more in line with original Trek as well. Where Trek has gone, man, I don't know. It's dark, and it's an action property now. Awesome Sauce says, I think Discovery is very good. Had a better start than any Trek show to date. I can't wait to actually see what that's about, actually. It has its own set of story problems, but which show doesn't? That is true. The Orville doesn't. Actually, it might. I got blinders when it comes to that stuff. With the Orville, that is. What's up, chatter? Trekkie cough. I mean, Orvies. Well, speaking of Orvies and Orvillians and Orvillites, or if you're privy to it, I call us Redenbachers. That's the name that I want to go by, because the Orville Redenbachers, you know, you get it, popcorn. We need no longer fear the popcorn. So I'm going by Redenbachers because that's just funny. The show's funny. It's ironic. Plus, you can't get a better image than Orville Redenbachers in space. That one thumbnail I made. Oh, Peter Productions. That's a good one too. He says we are the donkey huggers. Yes, I'll accept that. I'll proudly be a donkey hugger. I'll hug them donkeys. Hey, when we design a shirt on Twitch, we should do something that has to do with hugging the donkey. Let's come up with a design. One design I do want to design a shirt where it's a jar of pickles, but it's gonna be like Alara Katan's company where her family makes pickles or something like that. I don't know. We'll get there some other time. Maybe next week. Young Raymond Davidetz. I'm sorry, I'm probably ruining that, but I got the word Raymond and Young correct. Hello from Norway. Episode 7 of Discovery was pretty good. It was the most Star Trek episode so far. However, I still prefer the Orville. I think most people, I mean, there are some people that hate the Orville and they love Discovery, but then they go ahead and they say they didn't like original Star Trek, so they don't even count. But it seems like most people that still like Discovery still prefer the Orville, just because Orville has that Star Trek flavor. Though last week's episode, Minority Report, didn't have a Star Trek flavor. It had a people say Black Mirror. Oh, it's Black Mirror the upvotes. I'm like, yeah, I had that Twilight Zone type thing like Black Mirror has. Of course, Black Mirror stole. I'm not gonna say stole. I don't think any of these shows steal anything. They're just mirroring what's going on in society. Community did an episode with the upvote and the downvote type thing and everything. You know, everyone runs on a tier system from some app that they had. So Community did it first. Peter Production says, I made a drawing of Lara with a jar of pickles. Now, if it's an appropriate drawing, Peter Production, send it to me. I'll put it up on the show. We'll put your name on it. I'll let everybody see what you drew if you're proud of it, or at least not embarrassed of it. Oh, Fractured Vision says, save the children krill shirts. Oh, that sounds great. You guys need to bring these ideas when we design a shirt together. And the shirts will be on, you know, assuming they get approved by Amazon, they'll be on Amazon. I got 3 on Amazon right now. One of them, I have no idea how or why it got approved, but it got approved. It's the Orville crew, like the actual crew, the picture that you're all familiar with of all them standing together. You know, I artsied it up a little bit, but they actually approved it. I was like, oh my god, I was just testing the waters. I never thought it was going to get approved. So I'm going to order all 3. I got 3 shirts. I'm going to order all 3 of them, and I'll show them off to you guys. I just got to get paid. Awesome Sauce says, and I know Awesome Sauce has a nice pop culture movie TV review channel on the YouTubes. Awesome Sauce says, I made a video, it was more of a quiz where viewers could vote, and the Orville is ahead 60-30. And 10 people like both. There's always those 10 people. Razman's Reality says, I hate, excuse me, I hate all the hate. H8. I hate all the hate for majority rule last week. The world has problems. I can't understand why people can't face that. Well, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons. Well, let's get deep here for a second. That's one of the reasons the world has problems, because people can't face their problems and own up to them. I always face up to my problems, you guys.
It will start in a world.
I just don't do anything about it. Rozzy Farrell says least favorite episode was last week. Yeah, that episode is probably more divisive than any other episode so far, because it was definitely very different. It had a very different tone, and of course, some people don't want to have a situation like that just thrown in your face, and other people are like, yeah, I totally agree with that. I'm on the totally agree with that. I just know too many people in my life that are like addicted to internet drama. Maybe because viewers hate majority rule. Some viewers hate majority rule more than other episodes. Perhaps the critics will now love it, because that's what the critics do. They do whatever the opposite of the viewers are doing. Man, I'm getting really mad. This background music, it was working great last time, you guys. Well, you know what? Hey, you know what? Let's do something. I haven't seen a preview for tonight's episode because I've been waiting. Usually I wait so that when I was planning on doing a preview episode like I did with Minority Rule, and so I watch the trailer right then and there before I start, you know, writing out what I want to do, and that way I'm excited about it. But this week I wasn't able to do that, so I haven't seen it. So let's watch it and see what we think, because many of you are going to be watching the actual episode here very soon. And I have this shiz ready right here. All I got to do is press one of these buttons. No, maybe I don't have it ready. Dang it! I had it ready, now I don't have it ready. Well, you guys bear with and I'll get it ready. It'll just take me a second. I just have to do some shiz real quick. I just have to get the internet address. Oh, I got it right here. Okay. Things are happening. Talks amongst yourself. Everyone can see on the screen right here. Just got to go to YouTube. Because I don't have enough to talk about with this episode because I haven't seen the trailer yet. And I also have the announcement I want to read for the Orville Season 2. Which, God, I can't believe it's finally official. We're gonna get Season 2. And of course, it's nothing to talk about really, because we don't even know everything's gonna happen in Season 1. There's no cliffhangers or anything like that, and I'm pretty sure that I think I heard that Seth plans on not having a cliffhanger for Season 1. I think one of you guys told me that. Alright. Boom. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. Man, I'm so prepared, you guys. This is great. I was prepared. I must have accidentally hit something. Stupid me. Okay. Let's do, I think it's browser source. That's a neat program. Okay, we're almost there. Motherfucker. Bad words. And of course, when I'm talking, I have a hard time doing what I usually can do in seconds. My brain's not so smart. Okay, we got that. Let's give this some good resolution. And we're gonna watch it. Of course, you'll see the entire YouTube screen because, you know, fair use. And let me turn off this stupid music. And we're gonna go. Hold on. You guys, I'm just messing it up. Oh, duh. There we go. Sorry. Don't worry, I'll restart it here. I just want to make sure we're doing good. Look at that. That's a spoiler sneak preview. Alright, here we go, you guys. Prepare yourselves. Wait, I gotta make sure I got the audio. Oh man, I hope this works, you guys. I hope it works. Here we go.
Wait, before you click away, do me a favor, subscribe to...
Alright, here we go. Jeez.
Fox Thursday.
Set a course for Dr. Finn's last known coordinates.
It's the most dangerous mission yet.
Mom!
I cannot repel them alone.
Captain, no response.
No one survives for long.
Hey, that was that guy.
The Orville, starring Seth MacFarlane. All new Thursday.
Hey, would anybody mind if I got a cat?
My God, we gotta get better people.
On Fox, or on demand, or Fox Now.
Okay, you guys, so now I know. Now I know what it's about. And of course, like every preview, they give us just a tiny bit, which is great. Because we don't want too much information, am I right? Because then that ruins it. One of the things, Tinma says, my butt is clenched. Man, this music sucks, you guys. I'm so sorry. There we go. First off, it's going to be amazing that Isaac is going to actually have to, like, do some hardcore stuff. He's like, I have to protect the lives of these children, as opposed to just going, what is dick? You know, that stuff. He's actually going to do something hardcore. Also, we find out Dr. Finn has children's. So I'm excited for that. Dr. Finn, for me, I'm not... Some people love Dr. Finn, but I'm not super, you know, invested in her as of yet. So maybe this episode will turn me around. I don't know what you guys think about Dr. Finn, Medicine Woman. And do you think Gordon should get a cat? I think Gordon should definitely get a cat. I think it'd be hilarious. Now, Mr. Data had a cat, Spot. You know, told Worf to pet him, tell him he's a pretty kitty. But I think it would be amazing. Like Archer had a little dog, a beagle or whatever. But wouldn't it be amazing if somebody on the ship just had a big ass dog, like a Great Dane or like a bulldog, something that, you know, craps in the hallway and is like, oh, sorry, you know, something like that. Maybe Yaphet will fall in love with a doggy Duke. Man, you guys are... There's a ton of you here. It's so cool that you guys are showing up. We're having a good old time. We got so much to celebrate. You know, season 2, which I have the announcement right here, which of course has just as much information in it as I provided, which is there's a season 2. But on Deadline Hollywood.com, I guess. The Orville renewed for season 2 by Fox. Seth MacFarlane's space adventure series, The Orville, has been picked up for a second season. The decision comes 7 episodes into the Orville's 13-episode first season because of the show's elaborate production and post-production, including visual effects. Duh. The Orville had been intended for a limited season, and the early renewal will give it a head start on season 2, whose exact length is TBD's nuts, you guys. So, as you know, season 1 is 13 episodes, which is, by today's standards, very short. But The Good Place does about 13 episodes, and that's actually looks like a pretty expensive show as well. So I don't know if it's the new standard, or as we all know, the first season of a lot of shows, usually a summer trial show, that's a show that they try out in the summer, usually gets a short run. I think Parks and Rec's first season was 6 episodes, and actually that's ridiculous. I of course know for a fact it was 6 episodes because I'm obsessed with that show too. But then its second season was like 20 some episodes, and its third season was a ton of episodes. So I'm hoping, just like Turrican Rex says, I hope season 2 has 20 to 22 episodes. And I hope that as well. But I did see someone say in the comments earlier today on the season 2 video I released that they're fine with his short season as long as as long as it's well written and well done. Because as you know, when they try to stretch out seasons on these shows, especially expensive shows, they put out some stinker episodes. And we don't want any stinkers. We want 20 to 22 to 26 extremely awesome episodes. So if they're not able to do that, cut it down to 13 or 15. Maybe we'll get 16 episodes. When The Walking Dead started, they only had, I think, 6 or 7 episodes, and then the next season was 12 episodes, and then they usually do 12 to 13 or 14 episodes per season now. So, if we get 15 to 16 episodes, I'd be pretty happy with that with the season 2. Marandu Khan says Orville has no stinkers. This is truth. No stinkers. No stinkers. Ooh, Captain Jesse 1 says maybe the Orville season 1 will get extended by 2 episodes. That would be nice. Something that we didn't expect. I'm pretty sure everything's wrapped. I don't know for a fact, but someone was saying that everything is wrapped up on the show. So that would be awesome if, 2 months from now when it's over, that they say, oh, we actually got 2 more episodes. Well, we'd find out way sooner than that. Maybe they'll actually, end season 1 and then give us 1 2-hour episode. That'd be an extra 2 episodes if they do it that way. Hey, perhaps episode 13 is a 2-hour episode. So, get an extra hour right there. We don't know. Now, in tomorrow's episode, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about Alara in that episode, just because I got some interesting stuff going on that I found out about. Richard Lane says Seth said he was editing the season finale a few weeks back. Yeah, that sounds about right. Because usually when a show first airs, they've always at least done 6 or 7 episodes. They got them in the can before the first episode even comes. Man Cave Reviews. I'm not wearing my glasses watching this, and you kind of look like Dom DeLuise. Yeah, I have a little bit of that Dom DeLuise look, especially if I was wearing my other hat that I usually wear in my episodes, my JP, Egotastic Fun Time hat. This is my JP regular life hat. If I wear a hat, I don't always wear a hat. James Cole says, Mr. Funnyman. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate that. I try to provide some levity, especially in these tough times. Oh, Golden Wolf 48 says, be nice if we got a Christmas episode, kind of like that Doctor Who does. Good old Doctor Who. You know what? It would be nice. We haven't done any holiday stuff, and this is Earth. 500 years, 400 or 500 years from now, they could. I mean, they might not celebrate holidays anymore, or they have different holidays because, God, that's many years in the future, or maybe a lot of holidays have been combined. I mean, we'll see how they have Arbor Day. We know that. Maybe that's an important day. No, the rest of the crew never even heard of it. Yeah, it would be nice if they did some kind of Christmassy thing. They might bring up the whole people are trying to kill Christmas thing that comes up every year in our society. Happy holidays type thing. They might address that issue, at least in a fun little side story. Well, I guess actually Peter Production says I'd like to see Bortus react to Christmas. Now they think about it, they did mention Christmas in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer video that they showed Bortus. So we'll see. Maybe Bortus, if Christmas comes, maybe Bortus is like now super into it because he fell in love with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer story. That'd be hilarious. Festivus. Well, they did. Nigel Bathmore mentions Festivus, which is for the rest of us. You know, they did play that episode of Seinfeld, so I'm sure they're all aware of what Festivus is. And maybe in the future, Festivus is actually the holiday that everyone celebrates for Christmas, because maybe people hundreds of years ago got tired of the Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays things. Like, screw it, we're just gonna have Festivus now. So now maybe Festivus is the biggest holiday of the year. Yeah, we definitely need more information on things Bortus can eat. Wargamer says we need a "Those Are Marbles" t-shirt. I got your marbles right here. I was just thinking about that scene earlier today when he spit out the marbles. It was a really boring thought. I was thinking, I was picturing how they were editing it. They shot it and then they edited it. I'm like, God, this is the most boring thing I can think of. How they shot the scene. Man K Review says, our channel does mostly compilation videos. I can't wait to do an Egotastic Boom Bitch compilation. Well, I can't wait to start doing some of my weirder videos. I do weird videos, or at least I used to. Just weird one-off videos where I just weird stuff. In fact, in tomorrow's episode, you're going to see a quick excerpt of one of those weird videos, as I thank some of the Patreon patrons that have pledged to Talking the Orville. I'm trying to get words out of my face hole. Pledged for Talking the Orville this week. I actually got 3. And which is great. I used to get none. Now I get a couple a week, which is really nice. People are so nice. Just nice people. So I'll be giving them a shout out tomorrow. I don't have their names in front of me right now. I know one of them's name's Kimberly because she pledged just a couple hours ago. Thanks, Kimberly, but I'll get your full name in tomorrow's episode. So is anybody, well, it's 7:30, so the Orville shouldn't be playing in anyone's time zone yet, but it should probably start in about 30 minutes with some of you guys. Don't forget to get our attention. Yes, James Cole, YouTube is still being mean to me, but it's not just me. It's everybody on YouTube. Well, probably not PewDiePie. PewDiePie, he gets himself in trouble. But even big YouTubers. I'm just a widow tiny YouTuber. Even big YouTubers are getting their stuff flagged. Basically, what it appears to be, and this is YouTube wide, is what YouTube does is, because they can, this is their world. If it seems to me with my channel, from what I can tell, is every time I post a video and that video starts getting views really quickly, which it does now because you guys are amazing, that video will instantly get flagged. I'm talking like 3 seconds after I upload it, and it's, you know, fully processed and everything. It'll be, you know, it'll be fine, and then as soon as 3 or 4 people watch it really fast, boom, it gets flagged, and then it says, oh, this has been flagged as inappropriate, and it give you this yellow sign, and, you know, you can't monetize this video, and if you want to appeal it, you can appeal it, but we won't even review it until it receives 1,000 views. And so what happens is the video, you know, usually within a day, not all my videos, but the Orville videos, usually within a day will probably get about 1,000 views, and then they'll review it. So by the time it gets to 3,000 views, it'll usually remonetize it, but by then it's gotten most of the views it's going to get. So what they're doing there is they're saving money. If they're doing this YouTube wide with all the YouTubers, they're saving money every day because they don't have to pay those people for advertising. YouTube. Jerks. They're basically the krill of the internet. Yeah, Warlock Trick says, but YouTube says it's been fixed. Laughing my ass off. Yep. They say a lot of things. Yeah, Accidental DM says, would it be better to just not monetize on YouTube and seek out sponsors and use Patreon? Yeah, that's, I do that. It's just tough. I spend so much time making videos that it's really hard to, and I have to, you know, I work a full-time job. It's really hard to find any extra time to do anything but make videos. But yeah, I do that. When something gets demonetized, I'm like, that's fine. That's okay. It's more about putting out entertainment and chatting with you guys, and you know, we all get to come together for this great show that we love. So I mean, I got lucky actually. Last week they demonetized, or maybe 2 weeks ago, they demonetized one of my videos. They demonetized every other video, and you know, I got a little bit of views, and then they remonetized it, and after they remonetized it, that video blew up afterwards, and then you know, that was cool. It got like 30,000 views after, you know, they undid the flag, so that was cool. The system worked against them on that one. Warlock Trick says YouTube won't let small creators put their own end plates on videos linking to Patreon or anything other than other YouTube videos. They are just making it harder for small guys. Well, Warlock, I think that's true with even, I mean, I'm a small channel, but I think even smaller channels, they can't do that. But I can now have Patreon links and website links and stuff at the end of my videos. All my videos now have a Patreon link, and I think maybe egotasticfuntime.com, possibly, on them. They can be clicked on and people can go to them, things like that. But yeah, I don't think I used to be able to do that. They'd always say no. So I guess I'm, you know, in a little higher bracket now. Oh, you know, I looked it up to see what YouTube bracket Talking the Orville is in. It's in the second tier. There's like 6 or 7 tiers. I'm in Opal. This is an Opal channel that you're watching right now, you guys. And you know, I have, as of you know, this week, 5,000 and some subscribers. But when I get to 10,000, I go to the next level, which is something else I don't care about, gold or something like that. But I would, so I don't think I'll ever get to 100,000, not with this, because even the Orville, the official Orville channel, only has just got to 20,000 subscribers. But if you get to 100,000 subscribers, you get that silver play button they send you, and then that would be cool, because that's an actual thing. I put it on the wall and I say, look at my silver button that, you know, hundreds of thousands of other YouTubers have, but I have one too. I'm gonna go to VidCon. But I post my stuff on, I didn't used to, but I eventually decided, hey, you know what, YouTube's, it doesn't matter about trying to become a big YouTuber or, you know, money or stuff like that, because it's just too hard. So now I just put my stuff, my videos, all over the internet, just so people can, if they like them, they can watch them. Yeah, Warlock Tricks, the Orville does have an official YouTube channel. It's not great though. It's just a Fox TV show YouTube channel where they put, you know, that's where the trailer we just watched is from. They have a couple of behind the scenes videos. You know, I think their newest one they just put up last day or two is Bortus getting his makeup on. So they have little featurettes and stuff, but usually they recycle those. They cycle out videos all the time. You know, they'll have a bunch of videos and then they'll remove some and then put some new ones and then remove some. So it's not really like a big catalog. You'll get much better Orville content from just fan shows like this one. Ooh, Paz McGraw says, what's your favorite episode so far? God, that is such a hard question. I love Minority Rule, but that was, you know, just a, you know, for me, it's just a fun side episode. I still think there's tons of stuff I love in many of the episodes. But I think as far as an overall episode, something that appeals to me was episode 4, If the Stars Should Appear, when those people were living on a ship for thousands of years and they forgot they were living on a ship. For me, that's just like a really cool, that would have been a really cool episode of Star Trek. That would have been something like, you know, The Inner Light, or, you know, one of those really neat episodes that just, that sits with you. And that episode sits with me. Warlock Trick says, did all the Avis Hertz jokes land for you in the Krill episode? They did for me, because I'm old enough to remember Avis commercials and, you know, Hertz and stuff like that, and I've rented a car or two. So, and plus I'm just a TV, I've always been, even since I was a little kid, a TV junkie. I've always loved commercials, and even now I'll go on YouTube and I'll just watch old commercials from before I was even born. I've always loved that advertisement, you know, format. YouTube user, many of the episodes would make great movies. Yes, they would. Of course, nobody would spend money to make a movie from a, you know, a movie from something people haven't heard of. It has to be, everything has to be a known franchise now if they're gonna spend money on it. Karen Tuttle Kitten says Nathan Fillion would definitely be awesome on the show. Yes, a lot of people are saying that. A lot of us, I think I said it last week, a lot of us are really waiting for that. It'd be great to get that nod to Firefly. If any show deserves a nod, it is Firefly. A show that was killed off by Fox way too early. Peter Productions, will they release Orville merchandise like uniforms and props? Yes, I'm sure they will. It'll be different. I'm sure we'll get Funko Pops, which I got a few Funko Pops that have been bought for me. I don't display them or anything, but if they have Orville Funko Pops, I'm gonna buy them. I gotta have, especially if they have an Isaac Funko Pop. Come on, that'd be great. But the Orville is a little bit of an adult show, so they will have merchandise, but it's not going to be kid related. So they probably won't be seen at Target or Walmart or anything like that. But, you know, GameStop, Thank Geek might have some stuff eventually. And I think the Orville lends itself to be one of those franchises that people buy a lot of merchandise for. I mean, it's just, I'm sure all of you feel the same way. People are going to want to get their hands on that stuff. Just like with Firefly, you can go, there's tons of Firefly merchandise you can get that came out years after the show was already off the air. Well, yeah, the Firefly would be an homage, because, yeah, they're different universes. Miranda Khan. Activate the Omega 13. By Grabthar's hammer, you shall be avenged. Yeah, Fractured Vision. A lot of people are saying that. Last episode was a Slider Quantum Leap vibe. Absolutely. Of course, Slider's being a show where Jerry O'Connell and the rest would they had the ability to go to different universes, and every universe was kind of like Earth, but a little bit different. There's always something weird going on. For instance, just like with this planet in last week's episode of the Orville, everybody was kung fu fighting. No, everyone was social media obsessed with, and you know, their legal system was ran by social media, basically. Sound familiar? Well, it will. Now, really quick, I'm going to get slightly off topic because you mentioned sliders. Now, my first introduction to Jerry O'Connell, well, of course, was in Stand By Me. He played the little fat kid in Stand By Me, but he had a show, very early 90s, I think it was, called My Secret Identity. You'll never guess my secret identity. I don't know if anybody on here remembers that, but he was a kid that got, I don't know, hit with a radioactive ray or something. You know how superheroes are made, and he has superpowers, you know, like super strength, and he can fly, but he can only fly, he can only float, he couldn't propel himself at all, so he had aerosol cans And if I found an episode of it, it probably sucks. But at the time, I was about the right age, and that show was great. I think it might have been on UPN. Oh, Firecracker says, I love my secret identity. I bet you nobody mentions my secret identity, Firecracker, except for me, JP, the egotastic fun time, talking the Orville. I got all the deep cuts memories, you guys. Juniper Springs, Alan Rickman. You shall be avenged. Alan Rickman. The Sheriff Mascaro. That's my best Alan Rickman. It's a little bit guttural, but you know, so is his voice. Yeah, Karen Tuttle Kittens. Seth MacFarlane seems to be friends with a lot of actors, so we could see a lot of awesome guest stars. We already are seeing a lot of awesome guest stars, and there's actually some more coming that I'm not going to tell you guys about. It's a secret. But there's some more coming, and I'm not talking about Patrick Stewart or oh God, Scott Bakula, which still I haven't seen. You know, we've heard the rumors of the two of them, which I believe are true, but there's no concrete info yet. But I do have concrete info about some others, and that's going to be great. Roberto Suarez says, do you like Farscape, JP? You know what? I know all about Farscape. I think I remember seeing a little bit, plus that blue girl was good looking, especially at that age. I was like, ooh, good. Blue women. I didn't know I was into blue chicks. I thought I was just like green chicks. But no, I've seen a little bit of Farscape, but I never really got into it. I think, wasn't that on Sci-Fi? Maybe not. Whatever it was inaccessible to me. I wasn't able to watch it easily, so I never got really into it. Captain Jesse says, who would play an Orville MMO? I would, Captain Jesse, and I'm sure a lot of others here would do the same. And if that was ever created, we all have to make a pact right now that we're going to start a crew and we're going to be playing the Orville MMO. It'd be called the Orville Online, the Orville Massively Multiplayer Online Super Chat live stream explosion. Well, Peter Productions says, so you're all about Andorian ladies, huh? Yeah. But also, my first awkwardly colored female representative that I was like, ooh, hello. Orion slave girls, or Orion slave women, because equality. I was really into Orion girls, and then Andorians, as far as like Andorians that were like good looking, whether men or women, you got to turn to Star Trek Enterprise. They really did Andorians up very well. They even had an albino Andorian. Can't remember what her deal was. It has something to do with ice. I don't know. I can't remember. Young Raymond Davidette says, Farscape was awesome. Love that show. Best love story in sci-fi too. Yeah, Farscape did very well. That was a big show as far as like cult, followings go. I mean, it did well, but I mean, I think you see Farscape stuff still, at conventions and stuff. People are all into it. Microsound says, ooh, those antennas. Now, if you watch Star Trek Enterprise, all the, and it was so subtle, but it was there. They had the antennas, but they had somebody controlling them. They actually moved. And I remember one time, Shran, played by Jeffrey Combs, he moved across and there was a beam ahead of him, and his antenna, he didn't react, but his antenna moved down to clear the beam. It was hilarious. And it was so subtle. I actually had to rewind it and watch it 3 times. I was so impressed. Yeah, Fractured Vision says Mercer and crew use a hollow thingy to play us in a Star Wars bit. Yeah, that would be great because they haven't really utilized the holodeck or the environmental stimulator very much, except for a couple little scenes here and there. But you know, in this season, it's got to happen. All the storylines for all the episodes haven't come out yet, but you know they got to have a full episode holodeck episode storyline. Maybe it'll be a fistful of Isaacs. Hello McFly says 15 minutes. Are you excited to get into the fold? Caffeination Joseph Dunphy, what's up? How you doing? Says, I want a Mirror Universe series. Not just an episode, a series. Well, I don't know much about Star Trek Discovery, but I do hear a lot of people saying that they think that it is a Mirror Universe series. I don't know if they're just being sarcastic or if they just really think that. I don't know. I haven't delved into Discovery yet. I will someday. Probably that day being when all episodes are available for free. Karen Tuttle Kitten, do you have to wait till tomorrow to see the latest episode of The Orville? Do not feel alone. I too have to wait till tomorrow. But I don't have to wait until... All I gotta do is get home and watch it. All of October I've always had to, because I'm always busy every Friday for the month of October, because life is stupid. I'd always have to start watching maybe at 9 or 10 at night. But now I'm going to get home, I'm going to watch it tomorrow, I'm going to start preparing, because you know I'm going to have to do a review for that this weekend. And I guarantee you, you guys, I'm making a promise, you're not going to have to wait until the following Monday this week to see my review of Into the Fold. Damn it. No more waiting. We're going to be on the ball now, because November's here and I don't have all that stuff, that private Walter White stuff, perhaps, that I had to do in October. Aw, young Raymond Davidets. Because you're from Norway, you have to wait for torrents. No way of watching it here. There's no way of watching it in Norway. That's fine. You know, and I give a pass to everyone who lives in a country that doesn't play the Orville and they have to use torrents. Go ahead and use them. Get all the torrents you want, because it's not fair that you can't watch it on television. So get what you need to get and get Orvilleized in your brain. Mal Reynolds says, is Picard in this episode tonight? I highly doubt Patrick Stewart will be showing up tonight. Now here's a question. When Patrick Stewart eventually does show up, are they going to advertise it? Or is it going to be such a small role that they don't advertise it and it's just something that really pops up all of a sudden and you're like, what? I can't even say what's happening right now. And then he's gone. You know, like with Liam Neeson's, with the Neesons, where he was just on the screen real quick. Or is it going to be more like Charlize Theron, who has, you know, played a full character? Will Patrick Stewart's character be a recurring character, or the possibility of a recurring character? Or will he and Mercer fight, you know, join forces to fight an enemy on a desert planet, and Patrick Stewart's character dies, and then Mercer has to cover his body with rocks. You know, Captain Kirk style. Who knows? Trek Guy 66 says Patrick Stewart will cameo as a flute. Maybe he'll be a flute salesman. He'll say, there are 4 flutes. Yeah, Druid Guy says, knowing how much he's worked with Seth in the past, I think he'll play a bigger role. I do too. Plus, bringing Sir Pat Stew, the Sir Pat Stew, not some other Sir Pat Stew, a knight of Her Majesty's court, mind you, in just to play a little tiny little thing, I don't think it'll be worth it for anybody. It'll just piss us off. So I'm sure they'll bring him in, hopefully, for something at least medium meaty, if not full-blown spicy meaty. I want a number 5 heat, not number 2, not number 1, 3.5 maybe. It's gotta be spicy. Mind Surfer. Hey, how's it going, Mind Surfer? Greetings from Germany. It's 1:49 a.m. over here. What? Let's see, I'm going to try some German. I don't know any German, but I remember I heard somebody say once, a long time ago, and it's stuck in my brain. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong because my mind's messed it up all the time. Wie geht's es Ihnen? I don't know if that's anything. But I know Guten Tag, German. Germans make some lovely chocolate and treats. That's all I know. And beer. Oh, beer. Duh. Bratwurst. Duh. Your Oktoberfest is the best Oktoberfest of all the Oktoberfests. Caffeination. Joseph Dunphy says, have Brent Spiner show up and drive Patrick Stewart insane by impersonating him. Oh, that would be good. That would be good. Make it so. Make it so, number 1. Increase the takedowns. Play that order. Kip Anderson, it's 10:50 a.m. Friday here in Japan. So, Kip Anderson in Japan, you're actually talking to us now from the future. And that's amazing. When this stream hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. Ooh, Mal Reynolds says German heavy metal is good, too. Yeah, they got some good stuff. They got some good industrial, too, you know, like Du hast mir. I'm a fan of, well, I was just going to say that. June's Loka, 2:51 a.m. here in Finland. I was just going to mention Finland because one of my favorite symphonic metal, power metal bands, I like a lot of different types of music, is Sonata Arctica, and they are from Finny. They are from Finny, and they are wonderful. If anyone likes pretty heavy music, where everything's driving, and you feel like you want to march, and you have, you know, something you want to fight for, Sonata Arctica is the band to listen to. Juniper Springs says, Joel, most of the German I learned comes from Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, me too. Tinfoil Hats, KMFDM. I saw KMFDM in concert 1998, probably 99. Good damn show. Gin and Tortures opened. Pretty sweet. Tinfoil Hats, you ever listen to MDFMK? Also, they got some good songs. Of course, it's just, there's a reason why. Oh, Nick Proprovoc. Why would they flag you for saying that? I don't know. There's times when they flag me for not saying it sometimes. Every other video gets flagged. This stream will be flagged as soon as we're done if it's not already flagged now. And then they'll unflag it in a day or two. That's just my YouTube life, but it's fine. We're having a good time. We're here to hang out and have some good Orville times. Peter Production says, I wonder what Krill music sounds like. I think it sounds like la 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 ha ha ha. Either that or it's just a constant hip-hop intro where the song never starts. It's just their music is just like, huh, yeah, ha ha, know what I'm saying? Huh, yeah, and then the song never starts. It's just the intro. Full album of that. Fractured Vision says next week they save a space dolphin. For reals? Next week's episode's called, is it called Cupid's Arrow or Cupid's something? Let's see, I got it right here. Next week's episode, Cupid's Dagger. While the crew attempts to mediate a peace treaty between two warring cultures. Always a good time, you guys. Tensions rise between when a familiar face comes aboard. Familiar face. Familiar to them, not to us, though, right? Familiar face. I'm gonna say it's probably Kelly's ex or Kelly's parents. It's gonna be something with Kelly. Oh, they actually have pictures up. They have pictures up, you guys. Oh, then we got 2 photos up. I'm sure by tomorrow they'll have at least 7 or 8 pictures of next week's episode. Whoa, snaps. All right, I'm gonna have to get this up on the screen. Look at these dudes. Dang, okay. Let me try to figure out how to get this on the screen, you guys. This is, as the kids say, cray-cray. Alright, so I got a picture from next week's episode. Alara's in the shot, so you guys, you know, some of you are going to enjoy it. But you got to see these dudes. Alright, hold on. Hold on, let me figure this out. Browser. Let's got to do browser. And things are happening. I'm getting it to work. Hold on. We shouldn't even be talking about this right now because we got to talk about today's episode. Boom. This is next week's episode, you guys. Can you see that? Look at these dudes. Look at that guy. Look at this one. Ooh, and this one's not happy. This one's like the leader. He's got gray and he's got more stuff on him. You know, little fluff. And whatever that means. And he's like, oh, I am warring with you. And we have not come to an agreement. And this one's like, don't even try it. And this one's like, bitch, don't you fucking mess with me. Man, I can't wait for that. Kip Anderson says, it's a heavy metal. Heavy metal. Sorry. Robert Rourke says, a planet of Rocky from Mask. Yes. That's, what's his face that played Rocky in Mask with Cher. Oh my god. Let's see if I can... Look at this picture. Look at this. Oh wait. Damn it. I have to do more things. Hold on. I should have picked a different... I'll get this program locked down, you guys, and I'll be like Minority reporting this shit. It'd be so good at just like popping stuff up. Here's the other ones. Wow. I am not happy. Do you think he sounds like that? Or he's like, man, these guys, they just don't agree with us and we're warring together. Oh, Drew Guy says 100% Batleth heads. Hello, McFly. McFly! Next week looks epic. Cool aliens. Nick Mason, hello, you still going to get flagged? Yeah, this episode will definitely get flagged. Our last stream, both part 1 and part 2, got flagged. And then a couple days went by and they unflagged them. Yeah, these are like mean monsters against demons. I don't want to live in a universe that creates beings that look like this. This is ridiculous. Man, how great. That's going to be fun. And they only got 2 pictures now, but of course they had no pictures earlier. They usually update the IMDb stuff with promotional pictures and stuff right when the other episode starts to air. So tomorrow there should be at least 8 of these pictures from the episode. Neat. Good times. And we'll just give a little sneak peek for next week's episode. While the crew attempts to mediate a peace treaty between oh, I already said that. Tensions rise, blah, blah, blah. People are mad at each other. And the Orville crew's going to have to try to make them make nice. But this all started because someone said something about space dolphins. What are you talking about, space dolphins? Oh, man. Warlock Trick says, I could have sworn I heard Patrick Stewart's voice in the trailer for this week's episode. Man, I don't know. I haven't dissected it. I only seen it the one time while you saw me there, and I was pushing buttons the whole time, so it took me a second to catch up. If anyone's watching this right now, and you go watch the episode, which some of you need to be going to watch the episode right now, Karen Tuttle Kitten, I know, 2 minutes and 23 seconds phone to TV. All right, go watch Karen. Goodbye, Karen. Everyone say goodbye. We love you. Go watch the Orville. Go go donkey hug your remote and get it on the right channel. Fractured Vision says Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Maybe Joe Perry from Aerosmith is playing that main, whatever that thing is. Maybe they're creatures called Aerosmiths. Now, anyone that comes back, if Patrick Stewart, mofo, if Patrick Stewart is in this episode, which he's not, he can't be. But God, if he is, please don't tell us when you come back. If we're still here and you decide to come back, don't tell us. 6CA73 says, hugging the donkey now. Ciao. Alright, go do it. The accidental DM, it's on. Microsound, go hug that donkey. Donkey. Boom, bitch. Peter Productions, forget Space Truck and Space Dolphins is the stuff. That it is. Yeah, Fractured Vision, 6 hours. No, Hulu, you are evil to make us wait. But man, I'm actually surprised. I mean, I can't stay up that late. I got to go to work tomorrow. But I'm surprised Hulu, I think about it, they release it about 2 a.m., which is pretty sweet. You know, a lot of streaming services make you wait fully till the next day before their show, whatever show is playing. Yes, Richard Lane says, no spoilers, please. Last week, people came back after watching the episode, and everyone was pretty cool. They weren't, you know, throwing out a bunch of spoilers. And even some stuff that I thought might be a spoiler ended up not being a spoiler. I was just being careful. Captain Jesse once says, the Orville Doctor has a child? I think the Orville Doctor has 2 childs. And I think, this isn't a spoiler really, but I've done my research and I think those kids are going to be showing up throughout the rest of the season, at least some of the episodes. What they do, what happens, I don't know. But those little kids I know are in a couple episodes. Peter Pan's got kids. Oh, that's sweet. Fracture Vision says Hulu plays at 12:02 a.m. That's pretty sweet. That's good. That's fair. Richard Lane says, yeah, everyone did good last week. Hints, but no spoilers. Which is fine with me. I don't mind hints, because the hints can, you know, can lead you to any conclusion. Richard Lane, again, said, what's up, Richard? We're buddies now. The art department is definitely letting their creative juices flow. Man, I wish I had live television I could watch the show. But hey, it works out because, you know, those of us that aren't able to watch right now, we can all hang out and, you know, be jealous. We could be total gels with the people that can watch it. Oh, good point, Peter Productions. 2 childs. Poor Yaphet. Yeah, how does Yaphet feel about being the stepfather to 2 Earth childrens? He probably doesn't care at all as long as he gets to, you know, make sure Dr. Finn's ready for that jelly. Captain Jesse says the Orville certainly got beat up a lot in the first 5 episodes. Yeah, that ship has taken some damage, a bunch, and I think they've mentioned, you know, having to take it in and get repaired. I think didn't they showed up at that repair place at the end of the pre-episode, I believe. Which leads me to think. This isn't even English. I wonder how messed up this ship, because, you know, obviously they can fix it. You know, it gets messed up and they can fix it. I wonder how messed up they'll go in this season with, you know, giving damage to the Orville. Because I don't know how actually, you know, good the shields are with this ship. We don't know too much about the technology. I know they have shields, or did they mention, or did they call them deflectors? Are they charging the hull kind of like they did in Enterprise? I can't remember. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to pay better attention. Pax out. Rosie Farrell says Doc has a family, sons, no hubby, of course. Captain Jesse once says the Orville could use a classroom and a teacher. Now, there aren't children on the Orville. It's not like in the Next Generation where they actually had, you know, a classroom and a teacher and children on board, which I think was ridiculous, having families in a ship that's in that much danger all the damn time. The Orville doesn't have children, does it? But I'm sure they eventually will. Caffeination Joseph Dunphy. So would Yaphet be a formidable adversary in battle or easy prey, do you think? Well, I think it depends on what you're fighting him with. I think if you're going to use a sword or, you know, a blunt weapon, it's going to do nothing against him. But what happens if you, you know, hit him with a phaser or something like that? Will he just dry up and disappear? I mean, I would assume that Yaphet, if he was able to get to your face, he could just go down and suffocate you. But I don't think Yaphet would do that. Come on, you guys. Yaphet's cool, dude. Fracture Vision says, no kids on the Orville. TNG forgot about the kids when stuff hit the fan. Yeah, that's true. Because I was even thinking about this a couple weeks ago, you know, thinking about the Next Generation. They never show what's happening to the children, what they're going through when the ship was, you know, in trouble, you know, about to be destroyed. You know, all hands abandon ship. Well, those hands are children as well. They need to abandon the ship. What are they going through? Ah, good point. Karen Tuttle Kitten says, we know there's at least one child because Bortus had a child. That's true. Him and Clayton had a child. So that baby's on board. Baby on board. They should put. You think in their Bortus's quarters, in the window they have a thing that says "baby on board"? That'd be hilarious. They might actually do that. Microsound says we had a kid on the bridge, Wesley. Yes, we did. And when Wesley got out of line, what did we tell Wesley to do? I'll leave that answer for you guys. Yeah, Clayton's got to be with that baby all damn day. He's probably just eating Rocky Road and having baby time. That's right, Microsound said it. Shut up, Wesley. Peter Production, shut up. Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley. Stupid Wesley. I hate Wesley. I actually love Will Wheaton, but damn, I hate Wesley Crusher. Shut up, Wesley! Future Cubic says, I think it would be hilarious if every season they had to have the ship rebuilt, allowing for different ships with the same name. Well, I think what would happen is they would just rebuild. They would take the ship to space dock at the end of the episode, and then, you know, say something profound as the camera pans out of the window, and you see the ship, you know, being worked on. And in the next episode, it's fine. you know, that's how we do it. Oh, Jeff Stamper, good one. Lors was the best. Are you prepared for the kind of death you've earned, little man? Oh, that was one of the best lines in TNG. That was like some dark stuff. Oh, good point, Robert Rourke. I made a joke of that in some episode I did this year or last year. Robert Rourke says, funny how inaccurate they were, that adult Wesley episode versus current day Will Wheaton. Yeah, you guys remember the episode of TNG when they had like, God, I don't remember, was it a holographic program where they actually had the adult version of Wesley Crusher? And that dude don't look nothing like the way Will Wheaton ended up looking like. They were a little off on that one. Caffeination, Joseph Dunphy. Yes, I hated Wesley more as a concept than as a character. He's such a Mary Sue. It's so true. And you know what? Will Wheaton was so great in Stand By Me. And he was great in TNG, but, you know, he's playing that stupid role. But damn, you know, now that the show's been over for a million years, I love Will Wheaton nowadays. I'm listening to Will Wheaton on Audible. He's reading both Ernest Cline novels, which are great. Ready Player One and Armada, and he's the narrator on both of them, and he's perfect for him. If you guys got Audible, go do the Audibles of Ready Player One and Armada, both by Ernest Cline. Omaze. Oh, God, good point, Microsoft. Oh, God, what am I going to do tomorrow? I have to open Facebook and Twitter all damn day to work on this show and promote the show. But, yeah, Twitter spoilers alert. Do not open Twitter. Thank you, Microsound. Everybody, if you're going to be watching the episode tonight, do not open Twitter until after the episode. Every week, because I have to wait till the next day to watch The Orville, every week gets spoiled for me just by going on Twitter. Especially on my page, because my page is nothing but Orville posts nonstop. Anybody, just so you guys know, anybody that makes a post that has hashtag The Orville in the post, in the tweet, gets reposted by Talking the Orville on Twitter. So if you want tons of updates on the Orville, go to Talking the Orville on Twitter, and you got a whole non-stop feed for days, 24/7. What's up, Accidental DM? Welcome back after the first commercial break. Just real quick, want to know, what are they advertising right now? What product should we be purchasing as displayed by your Fox television network? Yeah, Caffeination Joseph Dunphy says, thank you for the warning. Absolutely. I always forget, and I don't know why in this day and age that I always forget. Don't go on the internet if you haven't seen whatever show you know you love, because the internet will ruin it. All right, here is some thoughts without any spoilers. Pedro Serrano says, wow, very exciting opening. So that's good. The Orville openings are interesting to me because I think they always open, or they're going to always open. I don't know, because I don't write for the show yet. I think they're always going to open with some funny, the crew's living their life moment, and then all of a sudden, alert, go to the bridge, we have a situation, and then there's going to be a situation. And then, you know, the situation happens, and then all of a sudden the opening credits start. Such a long time getting from here to there. And then the show comes back. Can't wait to see what's going on. Alright, can't read that one. But I do want to say, Avis, we try harder. If I ever see something I can't read, I'll say, Avis, we try harder. Oh, snaps. All right. Accidental DM says, X-Files commercial coming 2018. Man, I never jumped back into the X-Files when they came back with the new stuff. I'll have to do that sometime. Sean Bennett says Oral B. What's going on, Sean Bennett? Let's see if there's any hellos I can get real quick. Electric Eye. Pizza. Kip Anderson. Sean Bennett, what's up? Paz McGraw's. No, get the F out. No, GTFO. What, you? Future Cubic. Cosmic Charlie. Bunch of awesome people. You know who you are, all you awesome people. I wonder how, let's see how many, if I get some info on what we got going on here in this stream, you guys. I'm going to go to the live dashboard. So we got 74 people watching right now as of what the YouTubes tell me. Of course, I never trust their exact numbers. I'm going to go ahead and might as well pimp some merch. Not that you guys have to buy anything, but you know, take a look and see what you think and see if you can come up with some better ideas for me. Just, you know, I'm not necessarily trying to pimp out my merch, you know, I just have it up there for people to find who want it. Let me see what I can do here. Just FYI, I've been looking for a Mr. T Happy Thanksgiving Turkey t-shirt. I got one of those, but it's in a different store. But look at the designs, because I want to do an episode on Twitch where we design a shirt together, so you guys can look and come up with better ideas for me. And you can just email them to me, or actually one thing, or actually the best thing to do is probably send me a message on Twitter of ideas that you guys have. All right, here's Z-Link. I only got 3, I got a ton of shirts, but only 3 Orville shirts, so I'm only gonna put that on there because that's, I got so many screens, you guys. Captain Jesse says you had over 100 before the show started. Well, thanks for letting me know. I don't even pay attention. I just remind, you know, that's good. That means those people went and watched the show, which is what they should do. Here's the shirts. Oh, I put shits. I put shirts. There you go. You guys can come up with ideas, and then we'll talk about them on the Twitch stream, hopefully next week. And I'll bust out my Photoshop, and we'll see what kind of Orville fan t-shirts we can create and come up with. I got some ideas, but usually I'll come up with ideas for things, whether episodes or topics, whatever, and you guys just comment on stuff, and I'm like, oh god, that's so much better than what I was thinking.
Beyond imagination.
Future Cubic, I'm in the UK. I won't get to watch until tomorrow. Neither will I, because I'm on the Hulus, and so I have to wait. But also Future Cubic, I know the UK isn't playing isn't airing the Orville until December 14th, so I know how you're watching. But that's good. If they're not letting you watch it, you gotta take it. You gotta take what you want. Take the Orville.
And set the stage.
I don't think UK ratings, they don't combine countries' ratings. I think it's all separate. Yes, Karen Tuttle Kitten says, I know it's on Hulu at 12:02. Yes, that's what our other friend was saying, but unfortunately I'll be night-night. I have to go to work in the morning.
Where you'll find secrets.
Okay, so Paz McGraw's, it's not a spoiler, and this is something that's obvious. We know this is going to happen because the episode is about Dr. Finn, but we do get to see Yaphet. We get to see Yaphet again. But of course, you can always go on IMDb and see who's in the episode.
There must be twists and turns.
The background music's annoying me. Last week when we did this back, it's the same exact playlist, but there was no commercials. It was just playing music. Kyle G. Cohen, give me all your money. Give me all your money. You will find me funny. Just give me money. I love money. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me all your money. Give me all your money. I think it'd be awesome someday. We'll all get together and we'll go into a studio and we'll record that song gang vocal style. And it'll be amazing. That song, the Egotastic Funtime theme song, is the best thing I've ever done. People have subscribed to my channel saying, I don't really care for your show, but I love that theme song, so you get to subscribe. And if anybody wants the full-length version, there's a full-length version of that song, not just the 20 seconds that you hear at the end of the video. I did it in one take. I didn't know what I was going to say, but I did it. There's a full-length version of that song on egotasticfuntime.com. Front page, you can download that song. Some of you have actually already downloaded the song and use it as your ringtone, which is awesome because that's the ringtone I have as well. Even though I never have my ringtone on, I'm always on vibrate. Neil Fuller t-shirt, Krill Assault Group. Heck yeah. I'm sure we gotta do some sort of Hug the Donkey thing though. We've gotta come up with like a Hug the Donkey logo. You know, we could totally get away with that because it would just be totally from, you know, the top of our heads. Richard Lane says, heard it, very creative. I don't even know if it's creative. It just came out one day. Kyle G. Cohen says, I started watching just because of that song in the video at the end. Now, I used to play that song at the beginning and the end. I actually have a theme song, a beginning theme version with visuals, and then of course there's the outro so that you can overlay stuff at the end. But finally, a few months ago, I said, no, you know what? Let's not double down on this. Let's just put it at the end. Let's not annoy people with a full thing at the very beginning. Peter Production says a Lara shirt with woof written. Oh, we're gonna have to see if we can get a Boom Bitch shirt. I bet you we can do that. I've never tried to put, I mean, bitch isn't a bad word though, it's an actual word. I'm trying to think of what the Amazon people, you know, will accept or not, because they review every shirt. But so far, you know, at first when I wasn't really selling a lot of shirts, they were really critical. Now that I've sold actually a good amount of shirts, not Orville shirts, just other shirts that I make. And so now they let everything through. I'm really surprised. But I bet you we can have John Lamar doing the pose, and it'll say "Boom, bitch," and then I'll make it like nice and 80s looking with, you know, kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy style imagery. Boom Beach. Microsound says Boom Beach, and we'll have a beach. John Lamar on the beach, and it's called Boom Beach. Now, if they start having, and I think they eventually will, just like, you know, they have Star Trek parties and Stranger Things parties and Doctor Who parties. Eventually, there's going to be Orville parties coming around. We're going to have to come up with drinks. We should come up with drinks. Like, how about a Sex on the Boom Beach drink? That would be great. Hugging the donkey drink. That'd be good. Maybe something with some pickle juice in it. We'll call it Alara's Jara of Pickles. I don't know. Accidental DM says, are guest stars considered spoilers? Yeah. I would say yeah. I'd say they're spoilers, because if they're a good guest star, then we don't want to. We want that surprise. Moon sex on the beach, says Kyle G. Cohen. Oh, Fractured Vision says a shirt with Gordon's leg on it. Yes, just Gordon's leg, but we have to put some sort of, what would the shirt say if it says anything? I mean, we could just have a leg, but should we put some sort of saying on there? I don't know. Thinking Devil says, greetings from Germany. First time on the stream. I like your Orville vids. Thank you very much, Thinking Devil. I love the Orville and hate STD. Stone Temple Dilates? No. Sexual transmitted diseases. I know what you mean. With the fury of 1,000 supernovas. And I'm old school Trekker. Man, if you're going by Trekker, you're very old school. I'm middle school. Even though I love original series. Original series was the first thing I ever watched. There was no such thing as the Next Generation when I was watching the original series reruns. But I've always gone by Trekkie because I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle Star Trek era. Plus, I just like nicknames that have an E sound at the end. Like, I don't know, a Breaking Bad E? I don't know, but I like Trekkie. But Trekker's good. Trekker's legit. Trekker is OG. It's the original. Fractured Vision says, should I take the leg shirt? Yes, how about we call it, we could do it's leg day. It's leg day. I don't know, I'll have to watch the episode and see what one-liners come out in that episode. Take the leg is better. You know, it'd be funny if we had a shirt with Isaac on it and it just underneath it just said dick. That'd be pretty good. Kyle G. Cohen says Trekkie is best. For me, it's best. Other people prefer Trekker, which is best for them. Fractured Vision says yes. Take the leg. All right, Accidental DM back on. See you at the next break. All right, man, or woman. Could be either one. Dude, no, that doesn't work either. Person. Man, you guys, I'm so excited to watch Into the Fold. And I will give a rundown. It's not much of a rundown at this point because... Oh, where's my windows? Here we go. Had to bring my Orville info back up on the IMD bizzles. Alright, so... Today we got Into the Fold. Next week on Thursday, the Orville is called Cupid's Dagger, which we did see some pictures of that already. And we'll see more pictures of it next week. The episode after that is called Firestorm. And then we have 3 more episodes after that, but they have yet to be named. I mean, I'm sure they're named, but as far as fans go, public information, they don't have names as of yet. Now I can do a sneak peek to some of the cast in the 13th episode. Some of the cast is there. I'm not going to say who they are, but I can tell you one character who I know doesn't die this season, or if they do die, it's in the very last episode, but they're still alive by the time episode 13 comes around. But I'm like, I'll just keep that a secret, because we don't know who's going to... They're going to have to kill somebody off at some point, I would think. But I bet you when they kill somebody off, and I probably shouldn't even say the K-I-L-L word on YouTube, because that's another word that they will flag you for, just for using the word. Even if you're just saying, you know, oh, that team really K-I-L-L-E-D'd it. They're so dumb with their dumb robots. Kyle G. Cohen says, I'm so glad YouTube hasn't striked you. Well, let's see. Let's see. I don't know if they'll, I haven't even checked because I don't even bother with it anymore. Let's go and I'm going to see if they have flagged this video that we're currently running. Actually, I might not even know. It might not even show up. Let me see. Let me stay. Let me open up a new window. Man, you guys, that video about season 2. Which, by the way, congratulations to Seth, the crew, the writers, the producers, us, me, and this channel, because this channel has been renewed for a 2nd season, apparently. Congrats on the 2nd season. And just so you know... Oh, no, that's... No, my Orville renewed for season 2 video is still flagged. Let me see. The live stream just isn't going to show up, I don't think, until we're done. Then it'll pop in. Yeah, there's no way of knowing as of yet. That's fine. We're not here for that. We're here to talk. We're not here for flags and strikes and all that crap. Now, in my episode, what was it, last night? Yeah, last night about the show premiering in the UK in December, and I talked about Red Dwarf. Now, one of my favorite names for someone who's, you know, a smeghead like me who loves Red Dwarf is Vindaloovians is what we call ourselves. Because Dave Lister, one of his favorite foods is a Vindaloo. He's always eating a Vindaloo. So we're Vindaloovians. We're also Orvillians. Or as I want to call us Redenbachers. That's my favorite. We're Trekkies. Richard Lane says, oh yeah, can't say it enough. The Orville renewed for second season. Boom, bitch! Boom, bitch, indeed, Richard. Boom, bitch, indeed. So he goes, we are the champions, my friends. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. The Orville. Tinfoil Hat says, I wouldn't be surprised to find that social justice warrior Star Trek fans are flagging your vids. Well, I wouldn't be surprised either, but I actually know for a fact that's not what it is, because the vids will get flagged instantly, even before I make it public. But usually once it goes live, well, usually it's fine, and then it goes live, and as soon as it gets 6 views in a second, boom, instantly gets flagged. Because what's happening, this is YouTube wide. This is happening to all YouTubers, including the big YouTubers, because I see them making videos about this topic all the time. YouTube is flagging everybody that might possibly get a lot of views really quick, because they don't want to pay you. They want to, recoup some of that money, at least, a day or two's worth of your views, so that way they don't have to pay you, so they can save money. It sucks. It sucks, but it's their world. They're the ones letting us upload, so it sucks, but they can do what they want. Accidental DM is back saying Isaac is awesome. We know that. We know that. You know more of why Isaac is awesome, but Isaac is awesome. Things automatically get flagged, Warlock Tricks. It has nothing to do with content or anything, because everything that I do that gets flagged, which every other video gets flagged, in a day or two it's unflagged. They give it right back. Even when I get a strike, which I get a strike every 2 weeks, which takes away streaming rights, I appeal it, they watch it, and they go, oh, that's fine. And then they give it back, and they take the strike away. It's just all part of this messed up YouTube protocols they got in place right now. Kyle G. Cohen says, they took her news. Yeah, they took, no, they're still doing the job. They just took her paychecks. Thinking Devils, I second thought. Number 2. Number 2, go take a number 1. Oh no, it's number 1, go take a number 2. Yeah, Speranza Kotov says, what is the one thing Google does not know? How to get YouTube to make money. Well, yeah, YouTube's huge. Lots of money's coming in, but they have to give it out so much because of their system. So I don't think they planned on getting so, when they started with their format or whatever, that they expected so many channels to take off and do well. Doom Turkey 83 says, Ego, have you seen Dark Matter? No, I don't. Like a show or a movie? No, I don't think so. I haven't seen it in the universe either. Fractured Vision says, got to get Denise Crosby on the Orville. Yeah, she did cameos on her own show, The Next Generation. They kept bringing her back all the time in very interesting ways. Very interesting ways they brought Denise Crosby back. Dark Matter sounds familiar, Turk and Rex. Dark Matter was canceled, Tinfoil Hat says. Everything's canceled. Usually 90% of anything good is always canceled. You'll have to check that out. It sounds familiar. I must have missed it, but I think I've seen advertisements for it back in, before. Yeah, Kyle G. Cohen says, I really miss the old Star Trek. I hate that damn Captain Kirk era bridge noise. Yeah, that's the original Trek bridge. I was just listening to it the other day. Man, it gets on one's nerves. But Enterprise, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, the bridge noises were great. Very soothing. You can put that on now. If any of you have Amazon Echo, I'm not going to say the A name that she goes by because then she'll activate over there. They have an app called Bridge Noise, Star Trek Bridge Noise, that you can tell her to play it, and then you'll just have bridge noise playing in the background. It's pretty awesome. Peter Production says Brent Spiner should play a crazy scientist that wants to disassemble Isaac. Now, Brent Spiner did play a crazy scientist or something like that in Enterprise. He did a cameo. I think it ran over 2 episodes, I think. He played an ancestor of Dr. Sun, I believe. And it had something to do with the enhanced humans, like Wrath of Khan, like Khan and his people are like genetically modified humans. I guess he was the one that started that, genetically modifying humans, and it was outlawed, and he was a criminal. Very interesting. Ooh, number 2. I'm still mad they canceled Jericho, but man, what a run with Jericho. Jericho had season 1, it was pretty dang good, and then season 2 was really good, and they canceled it, and that's when the fans rallied behind it. I believe that was a CBS show, so CBS. Fans rallied behind it, and they all sent peanuts to CBS Studios. I'm talking hundreds of pounds of peanuts because of a line from the show Jericho, and they actually brought it back for a 3rd season. It was amazing. Or do I have that wrong? They brought it back for a 2nd season. They might have brought it back for a 2nd season. I could have my seasons mixed up. Anyway, someone was saying that if they canceled the Orville, which of course they didn't, we got renewed for another season. Amazing. That we should all have sent jars of pickles to Fox. Yeah, augments, Richard Lane. Yeah, the episode of Enterprise with the genetically modified humans, they were called augments. Yes. And I remember the head dude. He was kind of, young teenager. I remember him being annoying as hell. I hated that guy. Oh, Doom Trick 83 says Dark Matter is about a crew of a ship who lose their memories. Ooh, that's the type of thing I love. I need to check that out. It's like the episode of The Next Generation where that's such a good episode. The crew woke up, they all lost their memories and had no memory of who they were, what they were doing, who each other was, and they had to figure out who the leader of the ship was, and Worf just assumed because he's the strongest and that he was the leader, and then he found out that he was just like 4th or 5th in command. Oh, it was great. And that one dude turned out to be a dick that didn't even belong there. Jerk. But yeah, Dark Matter, that sounds interesting. I need to see that. Richard Lane says jars of pickles would have been perfect. Yes, they would have, though very expensive to ship. We all would have been out some money on that one. Warlock Trick says should have sent him jars of pickles with Mr. Potato Head parts in them. Yeah, that would have been great. Or on them. Kyle G. Cohen wants to know, where is everybody from? Kyle's from PA. Caffeination. Joseph Dunphy from Chicago. Joseph Dunphy, didn't you have to go get dinner last week? but then you came back. Was that you? Speranza Kotovs in Calgary, Alberta. What's up, Canada? Tuning in from Canada. Richard Lane's in Florida. Turk and Rex, you're from Germany. Man, we get a lot of German fans of the Orville. Not only commenting on my videos, but here in the stream. It's great because Germans are fun people that we love because of Oktoberfest and good cars and engineering. All right, we got some more places here. Karen Tuttle Kitten, NE. What's NE? Nebraska? Specify. The Accidental DM, Kansas City, Missouri. You're just 4 hours away from me, Accidental DM. Tinfoil Hats, Alberta, Canada. Kip Anderson in Japan. Fractured Vision in my home away from home, Vegas, Las Vegas. Oh, Fractured Vision, you can team up with Warlock Tricks, also in Vegas. I used to go to Vegas every month. Back when I lived in Los Angeles, I'd go every month. I used to get free rooms because I'd go so much. It was so great. But now I live too far away to drive there. Captain Jesse, Ontario, Canada. Peter Productions, Brazil. Speaking some of that Portuguese. What's up? Hey, what's up at Optimus Gar? Germany, Berlin. Berlin, Germany, should I say. John Fox is in New Jersey. Michael Trunzo, is that Phoenix? Number 2, Toledo, Ohio. Holy Toledo. Kyle G. Cohn is moving to Texas soon. Tina Baby. Hey, what's up, Tina? Kentucky. Amphigory, Columbus, Ohio. Microsound is in Europe. Very specific, Microsound. I am in Europe. Paz McGraw's, Ottawa, Canada. Represent. Turk and Rex, Donka. You're welcome. Karen Tuttle Kitten, yes. I'm reading that comment. Everyone. Karen Tuttle Kitten says yes. Richard Lane, nice to see some worldwide viewership. Yes, it is great. I get comments from people all the time from different parts of the world, and I'm always very surprised. I was looking through my analytics earlier today, and it looks like I'm getting a lot of views, just above US views actually, from Australia, which is amazing. That's a very far away place. Australia, very far. Kip Anderson, I've been to Oktoberfest. Actually, just so you guys know, I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which apparently we have the best Oktoberfest ever. I guess people from all around the world come to our Oktoberfest. I've been there. It's pretty good Oktoberfest, but I would have to imagine some other places have even better Oktoberfests. I mean, ours is good, but it's just a thing. It was all right. They make you buy tickets to buy beer and food just because they know that you're not going to use all the tickets because it's an off number of tickets compared to how much stuff costs. So then you have leftover tickets, so you spent more money than you needed to. Oktoberfest ripoff. I'll go get beer and hot dogs for regular money at the bar. We have actually an awesome German bar called oh gosh, what's it called? Fassler Hall. Very good place. Sean Bennett from Pittsburgh, PA. I used to have a buddy from Pittsburgh. Kyle G. Cohn says, I like October honey bourbon. Now, do you think in the Orville we're going to get some kind of Oktoberfest thing? I bet you anything. Gordon and Lamar are very into Oktoberfest. What do you think has happened to Oktoberfest all those hundreds of years in the future? Nick Mason says, so many freaking commercials. Yeah, I was surprised last time that so many people during the stream came back so often while the show was airing because there were so many commercial breaks. I watch it on Hulu. I get 0 commercial breaks. I paid an extra $3. But you know, I couldn't imagine having to wait through commercials. Kyle G. Cohen says, I am from Earth. Or as we say here in the hood, Earth. We're from Earth. Alright, Accidental DM, go back, watch it. Alright, Peter Productions. Peter says, I gotta go. It was fun talking to you guys. Fun talking to you too. We will, Peter. We'll keep hugging the donkeys. I hugged my donkey twice this morning. I was so excited. Ah, Karen Tuttle Kitten says, LOL, I'm from Nebraska. That's why I said yes. Alright, I get it now. There was a delayed understanding there. The context was, it was like a loop. It was a time loop. Alright, Fractured Vision says, can we do a fave episode poll? Ready. Everybody, use your word finger typers and type, what's your favorite episode of the Orville to date? Some of you might say Into the Fold because you're watching it right now and already know it's your favorite. So let's see, what is everyone's favorite episode? Like I said earlier, my favorite episode is probably episode 4, If the Stars Should Appear. Because it's got Liam Neeson's in it. Richard Lane says, hard to pick a best episode, like them all. What's up, RTRM? Who says, nice channel, bud. I love the Orville. Cheers from Argentina. Argentina. That's where a very good form of the tango derives from. Michael Trunzo says Majority Rule is his favorite. Captain Jesse, Orville episode 2 and episode 8, Into the Fold. Most of us can't even vote on that episode yet, but yes, episode 2, the Laura episode, the very first episode I saw, I'm like, oh, this show's gonna be really damn good. Very good choice. Caffeination Joseph Dunphy, Command Performance. Turrican Rex, Optimus Gar, and number 2, I'll say episode 4, Microsound. Tina Baby says 4. That's my favorite one as well. Thinking Devil says Majority Rule and About a Girl. Man, those, it really is hard to pick because every episode has at least, even if I have an overall favorite episode, there's bits and pieces of other episodes that are like, oh god, I love that so much. Karen Tuttle Kitten says 4 is good, but I like all of them. Yes, that's probably the best way to say it. That's what I feel. Fracture Vision of the Stars Fall was most like a classic sci-fi story. Yes, it really was. It's probably why I loved it so much. Kip Anderson is all about episode 4 and episode 7, Majority Rules. John Fox, About a Girl. Amphagori says About a Girl, for show. For show indeed. Ah, Mind Surfer, the first one to put. I like Priya. Yeah, the time travel stuff was so cool in that. Just the idea of it. And Command Performance the most. Mind Surfer likes both those episodes. Richard Lane, Command Performance is when we knew we had something. Exactly. That's exactly it. The first episode was great. I'm like, huh. I can't wait to see what they do with this. And then Command Performance, very next episode, I'm like, boom. This is the show. This is the show we've been looking for. And then it just got better and better every episode after that, which was amazing. But none of the other episodes had, Alara boxing Bordis. The Command Performance did. Alright, Captain Jesse's just letting us know that the Doctor is a badass. Not a spoiler, just something we know. Kyle G. Cohen, About a Girl has to be the most Trekkie episode. About a Girl, Kyle, was the episode that I compare the most to Star Trek The Next Generation, The Measure of a Man, where Picard had to represent Data in a trial to prove his sentience, his self-awareness. great episodes of both shows. RTRM says Krill is my fave. Yeah, man, that was, I assume, man. Krill, that was a great damn episode. That one was, because the whole thing took place in the Krill world, if you will. And I was like, wow, we're not even seeing the characters that we know anymore. We're seeing all new, looking, creatures. Our two of our favorite characters look like the creatures as well. And obviously they put a lot of work into making that episode.
2 red family plans. 6 personalized accounts, just $14.99 per month.
Karen Tuttle Kitten says, to be honest, number 1 got me hooked. You talking about Will Riker? Huh? What, number 1? Huh? No, I know what you mean. Yeah. That episode I was like, okay, this is great. Because I was like, I'm kind of watching Star Trek right now. What? What? Nick Mason says that tonight's episode is a very exciting episode. Laura Woodman C. Hey, how's it going, Laura? Welcome back. Just north of Los Angeles. Doom Turkey 83 says the Krill were krilling it. Yes, they were. Microsound, in reference to Dr. Finn, says, in another universe, her husband was Captain Sisko, so she had to be a badass. That's true. Well, man, you guys, I wish I had more planned tonight. But I did learn a lot more. I think I got this video thing set up a little bit better than last time. So next week there should be more improvements, and I'll finally have enough time to really get some stuff going. I want to do some games. Another thing I wanted to do, I almost did this stream tonight using Google Hangouts, which is the usual YouTube thing that you use to do. Oh, hold on, my stream. I gotta check my stream. Is what you usually use to go live with YouTube. What most people do, and people can call in. I was gonna give you guys the link, and you guys can call in and we can chat live. You guys can, either have your voices or video, whatever you got set up, and we can all, some of us, I'll let some of you in and then kick you out and let some more people in, and we can all actually talk face to face and everyone can be introduced to each other. I wasn't able to set that up this time because I'm using this open broadcast thing, but I'm going to figure it out. Maybe I'll go through Skype and see if we can get that set up so that we can actually have you guys on the show as well, which would be great, because this isn't just about me, it's about us enjoying the Orville together. And I want to do some things where maybe I'll have some Orville trivia, and we'll have a game show, and you guys can be contestants. I'll pick 3 of you and you guys can compete, and maybe we'll have prizes eventually. I'm thinking of getting some shirts, some of my shirts, and we'll... Damn it, what's this website doing? Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. And we'll have some shirt prizes. People can win shirts. Alright, Accidental, go back to the Orville. Oh, Laura Woodmansey says, so will you get to visit the Orville set? Oh man, would that be nice. Of course, I'd have to get me a ticket back to California, my homeland, where I'm originally from, and would like to go back to someday. Maybe if I become a big enough YouTuber, I can show up at YouTube's door and say, hey, let me in, give me a place to stay. That'd be great. I'd love just to keep talking about the Orville, and maybe, maybe I'll get some Orville connections in the future, which would be nice. But that's not what this is about. That's just a dream. That's just a dream. But maybe one day I'll be able to get somebody from the show to call in through Skype, and we'll do an interview or something like that. Ooh, Karen Tuttle Kitten says a card game would be fun. Yeah, Laura Woodmansey says that too. Orville the card game. That would be fun. Be called Cards for Humanity. Oh, snaps. Because the show is positive. Laura Woodmansey says they did have a bunch of YouTubers visit the set a couple months back. Yeah, they would have done that. I wasn't the Orville YouTuber yet. I was just a regular YouTuber with no followers. I had to wait for the show to air before I knew I wanted to talk about the Orville. But these are probably hand-picked YouTubers that they had and that actually have followers. So that way they can go tell people, you know, their followers about the Orville and spread the word. And it must have worked because the Orville fandom, from what I've seen with other franchises, has been the best so far. It's the most positive, the most fun, the most energized people to like love something without hating on it. You know, you got other franchises. I'm not going to name any names, Star Wars, that, you know, they love it, but they also hate it at the same time. They love bitching about it, and they, you know, which I bitch about it too. But I like to have fun bitching about stuff. I like to bitch about stuff that I don't even care about just because it's fun, and I try to do it in a fun way. Kind of making fun of people that bitch about stuff. Laura Woodmansey. So, do you schmooze with other Orville YouTubers? No, I do not at this point. Just because I'm so... Every free moment I have, I'm working on doing content for my channel. But... And I planned on reaching out soon because there are a couple of channels. They're not Orville channels, but they talk about the Orville quite a bit. Where I can't remember their names. I think one of them is. I don't want to get it wrong, but there's a couple of channels that they do talk about the Orville, just some individuals. And when I want to, you know, you guys are so nice. You come watch my stuff when you want to, you know, hear about the Orville. There's a couple channels that I go to when I want to, you know, hear people talk about the Orville. And so I plan on reaching out to those channels just to say, hey, what's up? We're doing the same thing. Let's be internet pals. But also I'm going to give them a shout out, even though I have nothing to do with these channels. I'm going to give them a shout out in a future video, just because these are the people that I go to when I'm like, hey, and then they make me think, oh, that's a good idea. And then my brain starts thinking about that topic or their observations as well. So I'll talk about them later. I just can't remember their names right now. Oh, we got, see, Thinking Devil, thanks for joining us. I guess Thinking Devil, Thinking Devil, have to go to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning here in Germany, and I have to work tomorrow. Get to bed, Thinking Devil. We'll try to catch your live stream again sometime. Keep up the good work on your channel. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Thinking Devil. We'll be here every Thursday. I'm sorry it's so late for you. Check out Twitch, or subscribe to me on Twitch, because I am going to try to do some weekend streams. You know, some gaming, some Orville stuff, things like that. I don't want to flood the YouTube channel with streams all the time, because YouTube's a little bit, you know, testy. Oh, you're putting too much out, or even fans will be like, stop bothering me with all these damn notifications. So go check out Twitter on that end. Captain Jesse says, would like to be on Trek Yards. Yeah, I'm familiar with Trek Yards. Actually, I'm familiar with Trek Yards only because I started doing the Orville. So now when I'm looking at Orville, or I'm, you know, putting on one of my videos of the Orville to check out the quality, I'll see Trek Yards in the corner. And I have listened to a little bit of Trek Yards. They're more of the podcast style. They're also, I'm a huge Star Trek fan, but you know, these guys really know their stuff when it comes to Star Trek. So that's always good, because I do miss, you know, the situation I'm in now. All my friends are back home in Los Angeles, and you know, for years we'd sit around at the coffee shop and just talk about, we'd nerd out on stuff, Trek, you know, Star Wars, whatever movies, and now they're all over there and I'm over here. So this is great to either hear people talk about stuff that I love, or to, you know, hang out with you guys and talk about stuff that I love, which is really great. Microsound says we can't subscribe to your Twitch yet. No, you can follow it. I don't have. You have to earn a subscribe button with Twitch. I've applied for it. I think it'll probably be a little bit longer, but you can have followers. I do have followers. last week when we did the stream, I had like 4 Twitch followers. Now I think I have 100 Twitch followers. And people, you know, I get notifications all the time. People saying, "Oh, so-and-so followed you on Twitch." But subscription-based is not available yet. But that's okay. Subscription is like paid. You have to pay. That's a paid service. Don't worry, but just follow me. Don't worry about the money. You know, I tell people, give me all your money, but you don't have to give me all your money. Just give me all your love. Pedro Serrano says, another new favorite episode. I'm glad you loved it. I'm sure we're all going to love it too, Pedro. Kyle G. Cohen says, I got to go spend time with my wife. No, I'm going to miss you guys. Not as much as I miss Alara, but oh well. Time to go, friends. Bye. See you next week. See you next week, Kyle. We'll be here. I don't know what I'm going to do in a couple months. We're going to have to figure out what to do with streams in a couple months, because the Orville will, you know, the season 1 will end and they won't have a pre-show super chat live stream explosion. But we'll have to figure something else out. Maybe move to a once in a while stream on a weekend. You know, not this Thursday thing. You know, I'm more of a weekend staying up later type of guy. But definitely gonna do streams. You know, maybe I'll, in one of my future episodes while I'm editing it, I'll stream myself on Twitch actually editing an episode. You can see me edit an episode. Though, God, I'm really skeptical of doing that, because I hate my episodes until they're finished. Like, they're just so cringy to me until I get everything done. The music, the pictures, and everything, and then I watch it, I'm like, okay. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. Doom Turkey 83 says, I'm glad we got a Doctor episode. We need more of her. Yeah, and actually every especially with Voyager, and actually with Deep Space Nine as well. Not as much with Next Generation. She was more just a regular character, but even with Enterprise, the Doctor episodes were always the best episodes. You know, well, maybe not with Bashir, but with Voyager and Enterprise, Dr. Phlox and Zimmerman, their episodes were my favorites of those 2 series. Tinfoil Hat says, we love your cringe. Well, thank you. I'm actually going to work on putting a little bit more cringe. Sometimes I forget to put cringe in my episodes. Optimus Gar, I don't have your name in front of me, mentioned earlier today that my okay, that's it, that's all I want to talk about today, and I talked about it, has been getting less and less cringy every episode, and they miss it when I do it a little bit more cringy. So in my next episode, I'm going to try to do a very cringy okay, you know, that's all I want to talk about, and I talked about it. So we'll see how I do with that now that you guys are expecting something super cringy. Oh, Black Lotus 30. I know what that means. I'm not going to say it, but I know what that means. The Accidental DM. It was great hanging out with you guys tonight. See you all next time. Thanks, Accidental DM. And thanks for coming back during the commercial breaks and adding to the conversation. That's what this is all about, and I appreciate it. YouTube user. Great name, by the way. YouTube user, you're the first. You don't even have a number at the end. YouTube user says, Yaphet needs a dedicated episode. Yes. I don't know if we'll get one in Season 1, but we might eventually in Season 2, I would hope, get one. Also, I hope we'll get more episodes in Season 2. Nick Mason says, very, very good episode. Can't wait to hear your take on it, JP. Well, what I plan on doing is I'm going to watch the episode tomorrow when I get off work. I'm going to take some notes, you know, gather my thoughts. I'll probably start writing down everything on Saturday. Hopefully film it Saturday. And then hopefully have it out. If not Saturday night, because episode reviews are my big episodes. Those are the ones that, you know, I think Majority Rule, God, I probably edited that for 6 or 7 hours. Those episodes are just so big. Hopefully I'll have it out Sunday, if not Saturday night. It all depends on how things go. But also, tomorrow I have another episode that's not a review episode, just a breaking news episode that I'm gonna come home and record and have out tomorrow night because it's a short episode. It won't take as long. But yeah, I can't wait to dive into the episode. Ooh, very good one. Okay, I'm gonna have to look close at this one. Kaiichi Morisato 98. Kaiichi Morisato 98. I don't know how to say it. I really hope they bring back the Krill teacher in a future episode. Well, they really did leave it open where, I mean, it might be next season, but I can't. I have to think that they're not going to have that ending where she's like, they will be your enemy. They will. Without, you know, having it pay off later on. Frank Tellis says, is this live? It's not dead. It's live. We are here. I am speaking to you, Frank Tellis. Paz McGraws. W to you too, Paz McGraws. Karen Tell agrees it is live. I agree with you, Karen. Hey, what's up, Tahar Master? Welcome back. You mean Norm MacDonald? I thought Norm was an actual blob. You mean he's a human? Yeah, apparently he is a human. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Frank Tellis says that tonight's episode is a lot like Lost in Space. So that's cool because the show is doing it's not just a Star Trek homage, and it's really proven that self lately. Especially with Majority Rule. That was like a Twilight Zone, Black Mirror type sci-fi. Tonight's episode, excuse me. Oh, you know what? I got some liquid. Tonight's episode is more like Lost in Space. Ah, LaCroix. He has like sparkling water without any sweetness. Well, that's great because I do keep wondering what other types of sci-fi shows that they're going to pay homage to. I'm really waiting for a Firefly type situation. Danger, danger, Mr. Robinson. Yes. Danger, danger, Mr. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you know. Tiger says, why can't you watch Orville when we do? I don't have live TV right now. I just have streaming everything. I've been streaming since 2008. I can hook up my little, you know, antenna and it'll probably pick up, but I haven't dug all that stuff out. I just moved here recently, so I haven't dug all that stuff out yet. I might be able to do it. But if I was watching live, I wouldn't be able to be doing this show right now. Rasman's Reality says, I'm back. Awesome episode. Not as strong as last week, but good. Well, we'll see. Because from what I can tell, everybody has different opinions on every episode so far. Some people it's their favorite. Some people it's their least favorite. Some people hate it. Most people love it. Fractured Vision says, did you dress Orville-ish for Halloween? Actually, I didn't. I didn't do anything for Halloween. But I did dress up. I had a shirt that I designed that said, there was a black shirt and I wore it, and it said Halloween costume on it. So that was my costume. It just said Halloween costume. Kip Anderson says, Culture Day here in Japan. Off to find some culture here in Saitama. Saitama. Well, Saitama. Culture Day, nandesu. Culture Day here in Japan. We'll have fun with Culture Day. Alright, James Forsyth, gotta go. Smakehead, see you next week. Okay, you guys, you know what? I probably have to go as well. Let's see what time it is. It's 9:08. That's 8 minutes past the curfew of streaming. Plus, I started 10 minutes early because, you know, I like to be on time. I like to be early. So let me go ahead and say some goodbyes. I wish I had all of you guys' names on the screen. I don't think there's a way to do that. Let me see what this button does. Participants. All right. So you guys, let's see what we got here. We got participants on the screen. So I would like to say thank you all for joining me today. But before I say goodbye, I'll do that at the very end. I would like to say, let's turn off this background music. And I would like to say, as some of you should be going to watch the Orville right now, but okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about cringy style. How about you? How are you enjoying the Orville? How's your Orville going? Are you happy to have a second season? Of course you are. Don't even answer that silly question. But if you have more things you want to say, you can chat a little bit in the chat. But as soon as this video goes off, a few minutes later, the chat will close. The video will be on YouTube, and you can put new comments that will last, that'll be there forever, because YouTube is forever. You can chat to each other and say things to me, and and things like that, and hopefully YouTube won't flag the video and give me a strike and remove streaming rights. But I would like to say thank you for joining me today. Black Lotus 30, Caffeination, Joseph Dunphy, Captain Jesse 1, Casey O'Rourke, Dahar Master, Egotastic Fun Time, thanks for showing up. Eric Taylor, Fractured Vision, James Forsyth, Karen Tuttle, Kitten in Nebraska, I believe. Kaiichi Matasato 98. I'll get it someday. Kip Anderson, Kyle G. Cohen, Laura Woodmansey, Microsound, Pedro Serrano, Razman's Reality, Richard Lane, Rozzy Farrell, Tina Baby, Turrican Rex in Germany, Tiger Heart, YouTube user, OG YouTube user, and everyone that's not here right now, and someone I think just showed up. Sorry. Oh, RTRM is back to have his name said aloud. Thank you all so much for joining the Talking the Orville live stream super chat explosion on Egotastic Fun Time. I had a great time. I'll see you again, not only with a plethora of videos throughout the week, but also on the Thursday 7 p.m. live stream Central Time before the Orville new episode, Cupid's Dagger, airs, and we're going to talk all about it. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my stupid show. It really does mean the world to me. And if any of you want to help support future episodes of Egotastic Fun Time, Talking the Orville stuff, you can do so by joining the Patreon link, clicking on it in the description below. Thank you for watching my show, you guys. The song is out, and I guess so am I. I hope all your times are Egotastic Fun Times. Love you. Bye-bye.